Hi everyone. Now we are going to see an important cognitive process that comes under psychology. So that is the attention. So here we'll see what are the different types of attention and what are the various factors affecting attention. So before going to that particular area, we'll see the definition and meaning of attention. So we can say that attention, it is a concentration of our consciousness upon one object rather than another object. So that means we are getting different stimuli, okay, different sensory stimuli we are receiving, from that which is necessary, okay, that particular stimuli we will be receiving or selectively we will be taking. So that is termed as an attention. So now we will move to the nature of attention. So how the attention will be. So first one, we can say that the attention which is a selective one. So already in the meaning I told that we are getting different types of stimuli from that which is necessary, okay, the stimuli which is necessary, that stimuli we will be taking. So that is called as a attention is a selective one. Then attention, it's a mental processes, okay, that means it is a step by step process. Means in attention we will be going for a listening, then we have to give a concentration of our consciousness, like that different steps are there in the attention. So that's why we can say attention is a cognitive process or a mental process. Then at a given time we can concentrate or we can give our attention to only one particular area or one particular topic only. The next one, the attention which gives a consciousness or which gives an awareness of our environment or our surrounding. So these are the nature of attention. Now we will move to the different types of attention. So attention broadly, okay, broadly the attention is divided into two different areas or two different types. The first one is a non-volitional attention, or it is otherwise called as an involuntary attention. And the second one is a volitional attention, or it is called as a voluntary attention. So we will see the first one, the non-volitional or involuntary attention. So in this type of attention there is no need of our conscious effort, or it is not according to our will. So there are again two different types of non-volitional attention. So that is enforced non-volitional attention or spontaneous non-volitional attention. So first we will see the enforced non-volitional or involuntary attention. So in this type, in enforced type, there mainly it is aroused, okay, this type of attention happen with our instinct. Instinct is nothing but our internal force, okay. With this instinct this type of attention will be happening. One example, if you say the attention towards the opposite sex, because if especially you can see that the boys, if one girl is going that way, automatically our attention will be going to that particular area. So that is an enforced type of involuntary attention. Come to the next one, the spontaneous type of involuntary attention. In this spontaneous type of attention, usually this type of attention which is aroused by our sentiments. So one example, if you say the mother's attention towards a crying baby. So the mother will be very much busy with doing the household work or whatever thing. So baby is crying. So immediately mother's attention will be going to that particular area. Okay, that is termed as a spontaneous involuntary attention. Come to the second type of attention, that is a volitional attention, or we can say the voluntary attention. So in this type of attention, involuntary attention, it is which needs our conscious effort, or it is according to our will happens. So there are two types again, that implicit attention and explicit attention. Come to the implicit one. So in the implicit attention, so there is only a single act is necessary for giving attention. So example, if you say we are sitting in a mathematical classes, because of the fear of the teacher we are giving attention to the mathematical problems. So come to the second one, explicit type of voluntary attention. So here a repeated act of will is necessary for giving attention. Example, if you say the examination is coming, so there are so much important topics are there, so we may require to go for a repeated reading of that particular area. So that is an explicit type of voluntary attention. So now we will move to the what are the various factors or determinants of attention. So while coming to the determinants or the factors affecting attention, there are two different types of factors are there. One is external factor and another one is internal factor. So first we will move to the external factor. This is otherwise called as an objective factor also. That means usually the factors which is outside our human body. So we'll see one by one which is related to the stimulus. We'll see one by one what are the external factors. So the first one, it is the nature of stimuli. The nature of stimuli means that depends on the stimulus, means all the stimuli, there are different stimulus are there, all the stimuli may not be getting same attention. So a particular stimuli having a form, having a shape, size, color will be holding more attention. So if one example, if you say the pictures, okay, pictures are getting more attention comparing with the words. Again, among the pictures, the beautiful girls or handsome boys, their pictures will be getting more attention comparing with the other picture. Coming to the next one, the size of stimuli. So usually the larger size stimuli will be holding more attention comparing with the small one. Sometimes even the small size also will be getting more attention. Like example, if you say there are so many adult people, one small baby is sitting, so automatically our attention will be going to that particular small baby. So come to the next one, there is a what we can say the intensity. So while coming to this intensity, the strong stimuli, intensity is nothing but a strong stimuli which hold more attention comparing with a weak stimuli. The example, if you say the loud noise, bright light, strong smell, etc. Then come to the next one, there is a novelty. Novelty is nothing but a sudden changes. So example, if you say like a new change in the fashion, so if you go to a dress shop or a textile showroom, so there may be so many dresses are displayed. So if there is a new fashion, so automatically our attention will be going to that particular area. Next one, we can say it's a repetition. So how many times if you repeating the stimuli, that much our attention will be going to that particular area. Then next one, movement. So in the movement, the moving object will be holding more attention comparing with a stationary one. So example, if you can see that the most of the advertisement nowadays, most of the advertisement, they are using a flashing light for this particular LED lights or whatever thing for this advertisement, because the moving object that holds more attention. Now we'll move to the internal factors or a subjective factor that is purely related to the human being. That usually happens in our mind. So come to the first one, the interest. So while coming to the interest, we can say that interest, which is said to be the mother of attention. That means if we don't have interest, we won't listen to anything. So if you example, if you see, if you are seeing watching the TV, so many channels are there. We maybe we will be turning the channel from one to another one. But if suppose one movie, our favorite movie is coming or our favorite music is coming, automatically we'll stop and watch that particular TV program. And the next one, now we have seen the interest. Next is the mood or related to our emotion. So if you are so happy, so our attention also will be more. Or if you are angry, or if you are feeling sad, so what happens, our attention may be changing. The next one, mental set, we can say. The mental set is nothing but the readiness. So we will give attention once we are ready to attend. Otherwise, whatever problem, whatever thing happens, we won't give the attention to that particular area. So the mental set is very much important. Next one is the past experiences. The past experience is nothing but previously if you got a training, okay, previously you got education or training, so again that particular topic is coming, automatically will give attention to this particular area. So these are the various external and internal factors which is responsible for the or which is affecting the attention. So hope you are all understood regarding this one. Thank you for watching this video.